After listening to Li Jiunteng's words, Li Wenqing's expression became particularly heavy. His brows were deeply furrowed, and he seemed to be thinking about something. It seems that he still thought too simply. He thought it was just a competition between a few brothers, but he didn't expect that it would give Eugene Montgomery, the tiger, an opportunity to take advantage of. Eugene Montgomery's power is already very large. This time, in the name of supporting the dragon to ascend to the throne, he formed gangs and factions everywhere, recruited talents, and even had an influence comparable to that of the royal family. If the other party really supports Li Guanglong to ascend to the throne, it is bound to be more powerful than the master, and no one can suppress him. The worst-case scenario is that the emperor is held hostage to command the princes and completely subvert the regime of the Li dynasty. Brother, are these words you said true? Li Wenqing frowned and asked. It's absolutely true, there is no falsehood. Li Jiunteng said seriously. Of course, if the eldest brother doesn't believe it, you can order someone to investigate it yourself. Of course I believe you, but it's not an easy task to deal with Eugene Montgomery. Do you have any good ideas? Li Wenqing asked. I have ordered people to remind my second brother, but the effect is minimal. My second brother thinks I have ulterior motives and doesn't believe me at all. For now, the only way is for us to join forces to prevent my second brother from taking the throne and crush Eugene Montgomery's conspiracy, Li Jiunteng said. His words were half true and half false. Although they sounded righteous, they were full of his own selfishness. In terms of power, he is not as good as his second brother Li Guanglong now. If he can join forces with his eldest brother Li Wenqing, then his chances of winning will be much greater. Of course, the most important thing is that once Li Guanglong is overthrown, the position of crown prince will belong to him. Because Li Wenqing can't compete with him at all. This is his plan. It seems that this is the only way. Li Wenqing nodded thoughtfully. For the sake of the Li dynasty and his own interests, he must prevent Li Guanglong from taking the throne. So, my eldest brother agreed? Li Jiunteng raised his eyebrows. For both public and private reasons, I cannot let Eugene Montgomery succeed in his plot. However, with our combined power, we are still a little short of the strength needed to fight against Eugene Montgomery and his men. We need to find a few more powerful allies, Li Wenqing analyzed. 4 of the 8 great families have already chosen to join the Montgomery Palace. We can win over the other 4, but we still have to rely on your connections, big brother, Li Jiunteng said. I do know some old friends among the big families. It shouldn't be a big problem to win them over. Li Wenqing suddenly changed the subject. But compared to the big families, the 4 royal families are the ones we focus on winning over. Putting aside the Montgomery Palace, there are also the Spanner family, the Bryant family, and the Chen family. The Bryant family has close ties with the Montgomery Palace. It is estimated that they have joined the second brother's camp. It is difficult to win them over. We can only start with the Spanner family and the Chen family, Li Jiunteng said calmly. Brother, I have a good relationship with the Spanner family. I can be a lobbyist and try my best to win them over. As for the Chen family, you have to do it yourself. Okay, I will go to the Chen family in person tomorrow morning to see what Duke Dukan thinks. Li Wenqing nodded and did not refuse. If the Chen family can be won over, it will definitely be a great help. Brother, I have something else to ask of you, Li Jiunteng said again. Just ask if you have anything to say. We are in the same boat now and should help each other, Li Wenqing said with great pride. Brother, if we want to seize the initiative, we must have a big enough advantage in intelligence, and this is exactly Margaret's specialty. She is definitely ranked in the top 3 in intelligence collection in the entire Dragon Marsh. If Margaret helps us, things will go much more smoothly, Li Jiunteng said. Among the many princes and princesses, Margaret is undoubtedly very outstanding. And unlike their military and political development, the other party mainly builds intelligence agencies. After years of accumulation, the intelligence network can be said to be spread all over the Dragon Marsh. It should not be underestimated. You mean, let me bring Margaret over too? Li Wenqing narrowed his eyes. Brother, you have a good personal relationship with Margaret. As long as you ask, I believe she will not refuse, Li Juntang said with a smile. Not necessarily. Li Wenqing shook his head. I know Margaret's personality. She never participates in party disputes. She will never agree to help us deal with her second brother. Margaret's intelligence agency is naturally beyond reproach, but the other party is very principled. When it comes to competition between princes, they always remain neutral. Brother, we just asked Margaret to provide intelligence, not to let her directly participate. I don't think this is against the principle. At most, we can pay more for intelligence, Li Juntang said. Hearing this, Li Wenqing frowned slightly and hesitated. Brother, everything is important for the overall situation, Li Juntang said earnestly. Okay, I'll try, but I can't guarantee that it will work. After a little contemplation, Li Wenqing finally nodded. Although he didn't want to drag Margaret into the water, the current political situation was turbulent and undercurrents were surging. As a royal heir, he couldn't stay out of it. Some things had to be done even if he didn't want to.
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tied, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care, now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace, but now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase. Keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never let go. Though distance brings